Hello students, welcome back. We are discussing IPMAT Indore 2023 quantitative aptitude MCQ problems. So let's start with the really good questions from algebra, which says the polynomial px leaves a remainder 2 when divided by x minus 1 and a remainder 1 when divided by x minus 2. The remainder when px is divided by x minus 1 into x minus 2 is, what will be the remainder when px is divided by x minus 1 into x minus 2? Now, you can relate this problem from number system remainders theorem. If you have learned Chinese remainder theorem, you can relate that theorem here. Like if we want to divide a number by a big number, something like let's say 77. So what do? We try to divide that number from 11 first, try to find a remainder. Then try to divide that number by 7 again, and then try to find another remainder. Then we compare these two remainder to find the exact remainder when the whole number is divided by 77. Similar thing that we are going to do here. So px leaves the remainder 2 when divided by x minus 1. Can we say that px can be written as a into x minus 1 plus 1. Let's say this is our equation, not 1, this is 2. Let's say this is our equation 1, okay. And then if we take px, if you want to write px in terms of x minus 2, where remainder is 1, we must write it as b into x minus 2 plus 1. This is our second equation. Now we want px in terms of x minus 1 into x minus 2 so that we can find the remainder easily. So what do? We multiply equation 2 by x minus 1 and then subtract equation 1 by multiplying x minus 2 to this. What do we get? This will become px into x minus, this will become x minus 1 minus x minus 2. This should be equal to, now this will become a x minus 1 into x minus 2. This will become b x minus 1 into x minus 2. So if you subtract this, this will become x minus 1 into x minus 2 into b minus a plus 1 into x minus 1. So x minus 1 minus 2 into x minus 2. So 2x plus 4. So what do we get? We get px into, this will become what? Check this. X cancelled out. Minus 1 plus 2 is 1. So this will become px. Px is equal to, this I can write x minus 1 into x minus 2 into b minus a plus, what is this value? So x minus 2x is minus x, minus 1 plus 4 is 3. So 3 minus x. Now think on this expression again. This px is something into x minus 1 into x minus 2 plus 3 minus x. So if we divide px by x minus 1 into x minus 2, the remainder that we get will be 3 minus x. है ना? Because this term will give us a remainder 0 when divided by x minus 1 into x minus 2. So that is our answer, option C. But this is a very lengthy way, right? And अचानक से ये सोचना कि ऐसा कुछ करना है, unless you have solved this type of problems, it's really difficult to reach to these steps. But let me tell you an amazing solution to these type of problems, okay, which you can solve in very quick time. So this is method 1, which everyone will tell you. This is method 2. Think about this. क्या हम कह सकते हैं कि अगर मैं किसी नंबर को 11 से डिवाइड करूं तो जो रिमाइंडर होगा वो 10 या 10 से कम होगा। मैं किसी नंबर को 15 से डिवाइड करूं तो जो रिमाइंडर होगा वो 14 या 14 से कम होगा। सो अगर मैं किसी पॉलिनोमियल को क्यूबिक एक्सप्रेशन से डिवाइड करूं, सो रिमाइंडर जो आएगा वो या तो क्वाड्रेटिक होगा, या लीनियर होगा, या कांस्टेंट होगा, राइट? अगर किसी पॉलिनोमियल को मैं किसी क्वाड्रेटिक एक्सप्रेशन से डिवाइड करूं, सो जो रिमाइंडर होगा वो या तो क्वाड्रेटिक होगा, या लीनियर होगा, या कांस्टेंट होगा। वैसे ही अगर मैं किसी पॉलिनोमियल को एक लीनियर एक्सप्रेशन से डिवाइड करूं, then the remainder will be either another linear expression or it will be a constant. So let's say that when I am dividing px by x minus 1, our remainder is ax plus b, and when I am dividing by x minus 2, it's another linear expression. So can we say that if our remainder is ax plus b, if I divide this by x minus 1, so what do? I put x is equal to 1. So in that case a plus b should be equal to 2. When I am dividing this expression by x minus 1, my remainder is 2. Again, if I am dividing this expression by x minus 2, my remainder will be 2a plus b, which is equal to 1. Now if I am solving this, b will be cancelled out. 2a minus a is equal to a will be equal to minus 1. A is equal to minus 1, b is equal to 3. Now if you put these values here, you get 3. This is our px, so we get px is equal to 3 minus x. X is equal to minus x, b is equal to 3. Now if you divide this by x minus 1 into x minus 2, which is of higher degree than this, then our remainder will be same as it is, which is 3 minus x. So aa gaya same answer. Okay. Now let's go to the question number 7. The minimum number of times a fair coin must be tossed so that the probability of getting at least one head exceeds 0.8. At least one head. So at least one head is just complementary of no head. If you are tossing a coin, you are either getting head or you are getting tail. If you are tossing it 5 times, you can get 1 head, 2 head, 3 head, 4 head, 5 head, or no head. So if I want at least one head event, can we say it will be just complementary of no head? So probability of at least one head will be 1 minus probability of no head, right? So probability of at least one head should exceed 0.8. So this should exceed 0.8. So 1 minus no head means if I am tossing it for n times, each time it should be tail. So if there is n times, so 1 by 2 to the power n, this will give us that there is no head. Every time it's only tail. This should be greater than 0.8, or we can say 1 by 2 to the power n must be less than 0.2, which is nothing but 1 by 5. So 1 by 2 to the power n is less than 1 by 5, or we can say 2 to the power n must be greater than 5. Now if you take n is equal to 1, it's 2, n is equal to 2, 2 square. If you take n is equal to 3, then it becomes 8, and first time we get bigger values than 5. So what we can say, n can be, the value of n can be either 3 or 4 or 5 and so on. So question is minimum number of times. So if we are talking about minimum, it should be 3. Minimum 3 times a coin should be tossed such that the probability of getting at least one head is greater than 0.8. Now, let's try the next question. If the difference between compound interest and simple interest for a certain amount of money invested for 3 years at an annual interest rate of 10% is 527, then the amount invested in INR is. So, compound interest for 3 years minus simple interest for 3 years is given by P R by 100 whole square into 3 minus R by 100, and this is given. This is what? This is 527. Now what is R here? R is 10. So R by 100 is 1 by 10. So P into 1 by 10 whole square into, this will also be 1 by 10. So 30 minus 1, this will be 29 upon 10 is equal to 527. Now 29 into, now if we try to subtract, this will be 30 minus 1, 29, yes. Now is this number multiple of 29? Let's check. 29 into 20 is 580. The difference is 53. No, this number is not a multiple of 29. So how do we solve this? Okay, let me check. Some mistake is there. Okay, this should be 3 plus R. My bad. This should be 3 plus R. So in that case, this will become 31, not 29. 31 upon 10. Okay. Now this is divided by 1 times and then 7 times. So we get P is equal to, this is 110,000. So P will be equal to 17,000, which is our answer. Now, क्यों यहाँ पे मैंने मिस्टेक की? क्योंकि मैं इस मेथड से सॉल्व ही नहीं करता इन क्वेश्चंस को, इसीलिए मुझे ये फॉर्मूले उतने याद नहीं रहते. मैं सॉल्व करता हूँ इन्हें सक्सेसिव परसेंटेज से, और वो बहुत ईजी होता है सॉल्व करना. देखो, अगर सिंपल इंटरेस्ट 3 इयर्स के लिए है तो जो टोटल इंटरेस्ट होगा 3 इयर्स का, दैट विल बी 30%. और अगर कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट 3 इयर्स के लिए है 10, 10 और 10 का, तो टोटल इफेक्टिव इंटरेस्ट जो होगा, इन दोनों का इफेक्टिव हो जाएगा 10 प्लस 10 प्लस 10 इंटू 10 अपॉन 100, विच इज इक्वल टू 21%. और 21 और 10 का अगर सक्सेसिव लोगे तो 21 प्लस 10 प्लस 21 इंटू 10 अपॉन 100, दिस गिव्स अस 33.1%. तो इफेक्टिवली कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट जो होगा 3 इयर्स का, वो 33.1% होगा. इसे ऐसे भी याद रख सकते हो कि 1.1 का होल क्यूब 1331, तो 33.1% आ गया 3 साल का इंटरेस्ट रेट, इफेक्टिव इंटरेस्ट रेट. अब देखो, सिंपल इंटरेस्ट में 30%, कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट में 33.1%. व्हाट्स द डिफरेंस? So the difference is 3.1% of principal, which is equal to 527, or P is equal to 527 divided by 3.1 into 100. तो ये यहाँ चला गया. This is 17 times. देखो कितनी आसानी से आ गया 17,000. ओरली सॉल्व हो सकता है ये क्वेश्चन, ना तो फॉर्मूले याद रखने की जरूरत है, ना कोई कैलकुलेशन करने की जरूरत है ना. So our answer is option C, which is 17,000. Let's go to question number 9. Question number 9, it says in a group of 120 students, 80 students are from science stream. So science stream से कितने student हैं? Science stream से 80 students हैं, right? And the rest are from commerce. So commerce stream, rest will be 40 students. It is known that 70 students support Mumbai Indians. Mumbai Indians in IPL कितने support कर रहे हैं? 70. In the Indian Premier League, all the other students support Chennai Super Kings. So CSK support करने वाले कितने हैं? जो बच गए, which is 50. The number of science students who are supporters of Mumbai Indians is. So options 15 to 25, 30 or more, exactly 20, between 20 to 25. मतलब कुछ certain answer शायद यहाँ पे नहीं आ रहा है, तो क्या सोच के आगे बढ़े इसमें, सोचो क्या possibility है यहाँ पे. If all of these 40 students, if I'm thinking about Mumbai Indians, so in case of Mumbai Indians, if out of 70 students, all 40 are from commerce, तो साइंस वाले मिनिमम कितने होंगे जो मुंबई इंडियंस को सपोर्ट करेंगे. मिनिमम 70 माइनस 40 विच इज इक्वल टू 30. 30 स्टूडेंट ऐसे होंगे साइंस से जो मुंबई इंडियंस को सपोर्ट कर ही रहे होंगे, मिनिमम, है ना. मैक्सिमम कितना हो सकता है. सो आउट ऑफ 70, ऑल ऑफ दीज मुंबई इंडियंस सपोर्टर कैन बी फ्रॉम साइंस. So number of students from science stream who support Mumbai Indians could be any value from 30 to 70. So if you check the options, only one option makes sense, which is 30 or more. So our answer is option B. Next, question number 10. If a 3-digit number is chosen at random, what is the probability that it is divisible neither by 3 nor by 4? So 3-digit number. कौन से होते हैं 3-digit number? If we talk about 3-digit numbers, they are from 100 to 999. And कितने होते हैं? So 900 numbers. So out of 900 numbers, how many of these are multiple of 3? So multiple of 3 will be 900 divided by 3, which is equal to 300. How many of these numbers will be multiple of 4? So out of these numbers, 900 by 4, a total of 225 numbers will be multiple of 4. And how many of these numbers are multiples of 3 or 4? Means multiples of 12. So 900 divided by 12 gives us 12 into 7, 84, 60, so 75. So these 75 numbers are a part of these 300 numbers as well as these 225 numbers. So multiples of 3 और 4. So basically multiples of, यहाँ पे मैं लिख लेता हूँ क्या, 3 and 4 basically. So multiples of 12 कितने होंगे, 75. So multiples of 3 और 4 कितने हो जाएंगे. So 300 plus 225 minus 75, which gives us 450. So out of 900 3-digit numbers, 450 are multiples of 3 or 4. So how many are not multiple of 3 or 4? So 950 not multiples of 3 or 4 will be total 900 minus 450, which is equal to 450. So what will be our probability? So 450 which are not multiple of 3 or 4 divided by total 3-digit number. This gives us 1 by 2, and that is your answer. Okay. So I hope you understood all the solutions. Thank you.